What is up, guys? Welcome to the Dynasty Fan Podcast. Got a good show for today. Going to be breaking down Mr. Brock Purdy, definitely one of the more polarizing players right now in Dynasty football. So, is he good? Is he not good? Is he taking over for Trey Lance? Let's dive into some numbers, guys, and let's see what you guys think at the end of the show. I will say I'm really intrigued by what happens this Sunday versus the Cowboys. So, let's go ahead and start breaking down some stats. First of all, most of these stats are behind a paywall on Pro Football Focus. There are a few also that come from Fantasy Pros, and those are also behind a paywall. So, boom, there it is, all stats from PFF. There are one or two on the hurries and sacks. I wanted to get more of a per game basis, so those are from Fantasy Pros. So first off, guys, he is second in quarterback rating, 66.5, only behind the Patrick Mahomes. So definitely something that is pretty good, right? If you're second to Mahomes in something, definitely a good category. And then now the next thing going into is our adjusted completion percentage. He is 13th in the league behind Trevor Lawrence and Kirk Cousins. So 76.2 and adjusted completion percentage, guys, is just pretty much taking out the throwaways, the passes in the dirt, right, and looking at only passes that were aimed on target. Next stat we have, guys, is big time throws or big time throw percentage. So he only has a big time throw percentage of 1.9%, guys. So basically 1.9% per game, he's making a big time throw, trying to push the ball downfield. Now, is that good? Is that bad? I don't know, guys. The jury is still out for me. I don't know. I see more so it could also be just him being the perfect fit for the 49ers offense. We know that Jimmy G, up until this point, has been more so a game manager. His QBR is always pretty good. He doesn't really turn the ball over too much, right? Doesn't take too much risk, just gets the ball where it needs to go to his playmakers and lets them do the work. And it's gotten them to the Super Bowl before. So we'll see, is Brock Purdy just the perfect fit in that offense? And he's just going to make smart plays, make the right play, not try to do too much, play within himself, right? I think he's done a good job so far. So let's go into a couple more stats. And all these are a minimum of 165 dropbacks, guys, all these stats. The next one we got is time to throw. He was a little bit higher. He was 12th, but up into that Seahawks game, they were able to get, I guess, a little bit of pressure. It moved down to 18th now. He's got 2.87 seconds time to throw. So decent amount of time right there in the pocket. Even the scrambles, he's not scrambling too much. So right here we have hurries and blitzes. So as far as hurries, guys, he's only getting hurried one time per game. I think the highest in the league on hurries was like 10, and then 4 after that. So not too much, but still one hurry per game is pretty low. And then if you go at the blitzes per game, he's getting blitzed only about 3 times per game so far. And the highs on that are like 14, 12, 10. You got a couple guys getting blitzed a lot more than him. So right now the Niners looking pretty good. That line is definitely helping them. They're not blitzing too much, right? All the weapons that they have also is probably helping. So only 3 times per game that he's getting blitzed and only one hurry per game, which I thought was pretty interesting. Definitely good for your rookie quarterback, right? Keeping him protected, keeping him safe. Now, the last thing right here we have is going to be pressure turn to sacks. So pressure turn to sacks, 26th in the league, guys. So this is when he's under pressure, right? And them converting to a sack. So only 26th in the league. So right now, guys, I'm not sure. The jury is still out, like I said. I'm interested to see what happens against these Cowboys. Right now, they're one of the top defenses as far as applying pressure on opposing quarterbacks. So Micah Parsons, we saw last week, just was getting after Tom Brady. So I'm interested to see what Brock Purdy does today under the pressure. Right, he had a solid week 1 of the playoffs, just getting the ball out quick, getting it to where it needs to go. Doesn't really take too much risk. So is that bad? Is that good? I'm not sure right now. I think so far, I think that obviously it's looked good, right? Most important stat is the wins, and he's getting those. But I'm interested to see what happens this weekend. I also sent a few trades out also to see test the waters for Trey Lance because they do have the draft capital that they've invested in Trey Lance. So we'll see what happens this weekend against the Cowboys. Like I said, let me know what you think in the comments about Brock Purdy. Is he the next man for San Francisco that's going to lead them to the promised land, to the championship, the Super Bowl, the Gatorade bath? or is he not? Let me know in the comments if you think Brock Purdy is that next man. Did he take over Trey Lance's job? This is something that a lot of people are talking about, speculating on, arguing about, right? I still think that Trey Lance is going to come in, guys, get his job back, depending how far Brock Purdy goes, though. If Brock Purdy gets to the Super Bowl, right, going to be pretty hard. But if he gets eliminated, if he falls short of the Super Bowl, guys, and Trey Lance is back and he's healthy, I think Trey Lance will get the job back. But I will say, if he starts out slow, if he's losing some games, right, Brock Purdy's already shown that he can do well in the system and just get the job done. So I think it's going to be a short leash for Trey Lance if he does come back and take over, which I believe he will. But let me know what you guys think in the comments, guys. You guys think that Brock Purdy is that next man in San Francisco, or do you think it'll be handed back to Trey Lance? So let me know in the comments, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, guys. So stay tuned for some more rookie content, guys, on the channel. We're going to be breaking down all the rookies, probably the top 15 at the wide receiver, running back. We'll probably go out to about the top 10 on tight ends and quarterbacks. So be sure to be tuning in and following the show all through the off season. Thank you, guys.